So a number of things emerged. I just summarize them. Number one, the motion mover confirmed that the government of the day in Kenya is formed by a coalition of parties named the Kenya Kwanza Coalition. Motion mover confirmed that as a fact. Number two, he confirmed that the Kenya Kwanza Coalition was formed of pre-election coalition agreements involving various parties. Number three, among the parties were UDA, ANC, Ford Kenya, and PAA or PA, as is sometimes called. And my lord, this must come out very succinctly from me. It bears that PA is the party whose party leader was the Speaker of the Senate presiding over these proceedings. When you finally take time to read pages 88 to 94, the motion mover confirmed that each of these coalition agreements made references to sharing of government. And they expressly spoke about sharing government positions and sharing resources. You'll see the coalition agreement between Ford Kenya and ANC talking about certain roads in Western Kenya, nowhere else. You will see the coalition agreement with the PA talking about development of marine resources in coastal Kenya. You will see positions, the leader of Ford Kenya being promised the position of the Speaker of the National Assembly and certain cabinet portfolios and principal secretary portfolios. The leader of the party called PA being promised a position of the Speaker of the Senate. The question, therefore, is that when parties enter coalition agreements and pre-election manifestos, it is the people who determine whether they want to be associated with that kind of manifesto or that kind of pre-election arrangement at an election. For some reason, the people of Kenya chose this agreement with shareholding arrangements in 2022. If the people of Kenya are unhappy, they have another opportunity in 2027 to deal with it. And that is exactly what the High Court set out in the Sonko decision that I have just referred to. If you look at the High Court Sonko decision at paragraph 258, the High Court says an impeachment is an important remedy, but one of last resort. It is one to be used where there is an injury to the people. The remedy should be limited to only the gravest political wrongs. This is because the person to be removed came to office through a popular mandate. The will of the people should therefore not be overturned on flimsy grounds. It must therefore be shown that the wrong committed by the official proposed to be impeached cannot wait to be corrected through the ordinary electoral cycle. If the people of Kenya had gone to the 2022 elections on the strength of these pre-election arrangements that talked about shareholding, it follows that they had a chance to revisit that question at the next election cycle. That's what the High Court is telling us. But, my lords, the more interesting one for me is at page 95 of the Hansard of 16th October 2024. You'll find the following very interesting conversation between Counsel Tom Macharia and the motion mover, Ecomas Mwenge Mutuse. I'll briefly take through the conversation, my lord, but you will take note of the pages and revisit it when you retire to do duty of writing judgment. Tom Macharia begins by playing a video to the motion mover and posed the question, who is speaking in that video? The motion mover, Mwenge Mutuse'S, responds, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable William Ruto. Tom Macharia then poses the question, which words did he use? What did he say to the people of Murang'a? Mwenge Mutuse'S says he has appointed many of the locals into his government. Tom Macharia prods further, did he say, nyinyi watu wa Murang'a ni shareholders wakubwa wa hii serikali? Mwenge Mutuse'S says, yes, he did. The people of Kenya have no difficulty waiting to assess their president at the next election cycle in 2027 following this conversation. The question we want you to deal with is this. Why is the president's reference to the people of Murang'a as shareholders in his government acceptable political rhetoric? And a similar reference to the people of Nandi and Kericho, because those are the areas mentioned in the motion, by his deputy, an impeachable offense. It's worth noting that when you read the conversations I've told you at pages 88 to 94, you will find that the person who witnessed the pre-election pact in Kenya Kwanza was Professor Kithure Kindiki, and despite witnessing agreements with the shareholding model in it, the National Assembly had no difficulty approving it now to become the deputy president. It is that uneven-handedness that we want this court to ask itself this question. Did the National Assembly find a wrong, then sought to establish who is the wrongdoer to be punished, then found the deputy president? Or did it find the deputy president, then asked, what wrong can we put on him to punish him? Which is what appears to me to have transpired in this set of circumstances. I have taken you through the 5 grounds that were approved by the Senate to demonstrate to you that they were bad for multiplicity. That's grounds 5 and 6. They fell short of the threshold as set out in Article 150 of the Constitution, as expanded upon through judicial interpretation. And therefore, generally, they could not found a motion for removal of the deputy president from office. While principally, therefore, beseeching this court to allow this petition, allow me now to invite my learned colleague, Mr. Chell Dudley, to take you through the reading of the constitutional prescription on the impeachment procedure and how the interpretation of those provisions by the Speaker of the Senate fell way off the mark. Mr. Dudley, you're welcome. Thank you, my lord.
Thank you.